I need the whole left side. Every seat by the window, I need the whole back of the bus. Everybody, move over. You too, slide your feet over. Everything by this window, I need this. All these seats. Move over, thank you. Excuse me, thank you. Look. He deserve an EGOT, he hot, colored like a peacock. Idiot, slapper, scrapper, mad rapper, D-dot. Bad dopper, clapper, bad rapper. 3 shots, lethal weapons, lethal injections through off your T-top. JFK smiling down through the treetops. Like hold your head, my nigga, wait for the beat drop. Old niggas wagging fingers like it's bebop. Cowboys and girls whistling world like it's teapots. My pen to make your arm heavy G-shot. While your mom trolling steady on the G-cop. Lights up, mics up. Let's get these likes up. How we looking, gang? Good morning to you, Ireland. Connor, what's good with Ireland? 110 in Ireland. What's the word? What is good? How we looking to my peeps in Ireland? What is happening? I love it. Connor in the building. Salute to Ireland. What's good, chat? We are here. We are live. We made it, mama. I made it. Early Tuesday morning, I put breakfast on your table. How we looking, chat? Listen, there's a lot going on. I appreciate you joining me for the This, That, and the Third morning show. Miss Tiny, Bethany, how we looking? The Melanator. All right. We got a lot to discuss, gang. This show gonna be kind of extensive. Couch Potatoes, Chapo, what's good? Tamila, Noah King. We got some new people too in the building. Gang, we gonna have a good one today. Raphael, how we looking, man? How's everything sounding? Everything sounding good? I depend on you guys to let me know. If it ain't sounding good, please let me know. Miss Hummus in the building. KC, Turbo, Black Shun. Yes, 516 in LA. That sounds like a song title. That sounds like a song title. 516 in LA. Gang, it's hot here this morning. It's crazy. Sassy. Cookie the Snitch is in the building. Gang, we got some of the best names. I'm going to be honest. We got some of the best names in the morning show game. I'm going to keep it a buck. But someone said the audio's good. Anime profile picture, man. We got some of the best names in the business. Best names. Priscilla. No GoFundMe today. Not yet. I'm going to try a few things, though. We'll see if we get through it. Renee Brown, what's good? So for the people who want me to edit out the beginning when I'm interacting with the viewers, I'm just going to advise y'all on the playback. When y'all watch this on the playback, just scoot your needle like 10 minutes. Scoot your needle like 10 minutes if you don't want to see the playback. Renee Brown with the jewels, the beautiful sunshine. Appreciate you with them jewels. I love seeing that sunshine. I'm going to keep it a buck. The Journey said, what's up, family? I'm glad to see everyone here alive and well. I want to see everyone have a beautiful day. What's up, Challz? I think today going to be special. I think today going to be beautiful. I'm going to keep it honest. It is hot where I'm at, though, gang. It's probably pushing, 80, 90 already. It's 8 o'clock. It feels like it's already 80 degrees. I went outside with my coffee set in the backyard. I don't do that. I rarely get to do that. This morning was beautiful. Yes, Belinda, new camera. A lot of new things going on around here. There's a lot going on. We made some changes. Fresh new camera. This is a 4K camera. Oh, yeah, we working. I hit 40,000 subscribers, so I had to step it up. We getting Big Bone and Brolic up in here, right? Salute to Melinda with that. Memphis Tiger alumni. Good morning to you, Tiptoe Joe. Man, we got the best names in the building, in the business, gang. I'm just going to keep it a buck. Mac Mine, Celebrity Style Magazine. Salute to Tiptoe with the jewels. Run the jewels. Baby Blue Legend, you gotta be out of Cali. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Gotta be. Gotta be out of Cali. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Like I said, for the people that don't like the banter, just scooch your, just come back 5 minutes. Come back in 5 minutes. Melanator said it's already 80. Already 80 in VA where I'm from. I'm from DMV. People look at you like you got two heads when you say DMV. DC, Maryland, Virginia, gang. DC, Maryland, Virginia. That's where I'm from. I was born in DC, raised in DC, Maryland, and parts of Virginia. Salute to my DMV people. Morty said it's 80 degrees and humid in Tampa. Florida do sound good though. You a stone's throw from all kind of beaches though. So you'll be all right. Baby Blue said Oakland. I told you, West Coast. Not necessarily LA, but Oakland. Oakland in the building. It's still West Coast. Not necessarily LA, but it's I was close. I was close. Smoke with me 88. Congrats on the 40K. Oh, yeah, we in a different. Listen, we running with the big dogs. Now they gotta acknowledge me. They gotta acknowledge me, gay. Acknowledge your boy. He doing something special. Tiff in the chat. Salute to Tiff, Chris, man. CNI, I think I shouted out CNI already. Gang, what I'm doing today gonna be different. We're gonna get to Drake and Lefty Gunplay. We talking about that. But I know a lot of my elder people. Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I know my audience. And we are of a certain age, right? We elder statesmen. Let's be honest, we run this shit. Don't get it twisted. We run this, right? The old heads. But a lot of my old heads do not know what Streamer University is. And today we're going to do a tutorial. Because I know a lot of you are like, Challz, I heard of it. I kind of know something. Is it that little kid or that Casanat kid? What's going on with it, Challz? Just tell me. So today we're going to have a crash course for my not elderly, but my older viewers who don't understand what the kids are getting up to. Right? We going to talk about Streamer University. Right? This is their new, Mac Mine got it right. It's new reality TV. This is what the kids watch. It's 24/7. Kai Sanat is on to something. He has introduced the world to 24/7 drama. Gang, it is drama. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get TT Santiago said I Googled that yesterday. TT Santiago is in the majority, right, of the people watching my show. But I'm here to educate. This is what I do. I'm going to teach y'all about the drama of Streamer University and how Lizzo messed it up. We're going to have fun with it. Fatima, right? My daughter has been showing me clips from Streamer University, and they have been hilarious. We're going to get to all of that, Fatima. I don't know, Fatima. I don't know if you're watching, or is it Fatima? It could be either way. If you're watching From, the show From, they got a character named Fatima. And it's a lot going on in From. I don't want to spoil it for you, but y'all should be watching From, right? We're going to get to all of that. But Streamer University is a real big deal to these kids. And I knew it was going left when I started seeing people physically crying because they didn't get in. So we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. All right? But first things first, I want to talk about this Drake and Lefty Gunplay thing. I want to get to that because it's a lot going on. I don't know if you guys know about Drake and Lefty Gunplay. And my whole thing with the Drake and Lefty Gunplay thing is, I know people don't want to believe it, that Drake asked Lefty Gunplay to be on his record, but I do. And I want to get to that. Because what's going on is there's a whole mess about Drake asking Lefty Gunplay to be on his album. And Adam 22 got involved. He's saying that he talked to Drake himself, right? And Drake told him he would never ask Lefty Gunplay to work with him. And that's not going to happen. Now, I want to talk about that because people think that this is a ploy by Lefty Gunplay to get his name out there. Yes, Connor, Lefty Gunplay is on Kendrick Lamar's album. He's on TV Off, Turn the TV Off, right, on GNX. There's a lot to this story. That makes him a sworn enemy of Drake. Now, the news reports came out recently that Drake had asked Lefty for a feature more than once. Okay? But the word on the streets is, according to Adam 22, that Lefty, that's on Kendrick's GNX, is lying. Now, apparently Lefty is going to come out with some receipts showing that he wasn't and that Drake hit him up more than once. Now, if you do the most basic of research, right? If you do the most basic of research, you will realize, which I did, because I did a little bit of research. Lefty been saying this for over 2 years. If you go on hotnewhiphop.com and click Lefty Gunplay, he been saying this since the battle started. He was saying this before the battle started, that that Drake had hit him up. Him being Lefty Gunplay for features. Okay? So this isn't yesterday. So a lot of people think, and it when I first heard this, gang, let me be honest with you. And I'm going to read the article right now. I'm going to be honest. When I first heard it, I said it don't make no sense for Drake to want to do a feature with a guy that just was on GNX. That would look pretty silly. So I was like, this don't make no sense. It don't make no sense for Drake to hit up Lefty Gunplay after GNX. But if you do the due diligence like I do sometimes, you realize he was saying this before Iceman dropped, before, I think maybe even before GNX had even really dropped. Because Drake had allegedly reached out to him before GNX had even dropped. He was trying to work with him because he was blowing up. Right? Drake is known for working with West Coast artists. So let me get to the story, and we're going to have the conversation. But Adam 22 jumped into the chat talking about he talked directly to Drake. I don't believe it. But let me get to this. Drake doesn't have nice things to say about Lefty Gunplay by Alexander Cole for hotnewhiphop.com. Drake was asked by Adam 22 whether or not he would do a song with Lefty Gunplay, and it led to a very honest answer. The reverberations of Drake's beef with Kendrick Lamar have been felt for a while now. Overall, the two artists will forever be linked, regardless of what they may do. Their associations have been placed under immense scrutiny since 2024. Anyone who collaborates with Lamar is seen as one of Drake's adversaries. The same applies in the other direction. Sides have been taken and lines have been drawn in the sand. That is all facts. We've seen what happened to people who've gone to the pop out. They've been ostracized, right? Let's just be honest. Diego in the building. Poison Ivy, I see you, right? Now, Fatima just asked a perfectly honest question, and we're going to get to that question. Let me continue. According to Adam 22, however, there is at least one Kendrick Lamar collaborator whom Drake wants nothing to do with. The artist is none other than Lefty Gunplay, who appears on the song TV Off, Turn the TV Off. While speaking to Whack 100, Adam reveals he asked Drake to address the rumor that Lefty Gunplay refused to do a song with him. This led to a sly reaction from the Canadian megastar, who effectively said he has no interest in ever collaborating with Lefty Gunplay. Now, I'm not going to play the Adam 22 clip. I'll save my bandwidth for something else. I'll just explain to you. Let's just be honest. Let's be honest, gang. Like I told you, Lefty Gunplay was saying this years ago. He didn't just say this yesterday. But let me just be honest about this, gang. Adam 22 has been known to pull a prank or two in the name of content. We saw Adam 22 last year do a whole scenario about the feds came to his house and threatened to arrest him, and he was going to jail. It was a whole thing. Adam 22, Whack 100 said, he came into the podcast without him, and I'm sorry, Whack 100 came in and said Adam is locked up, and I can't really disclose why. So Adam was supposedly arrested, being held against his will over this, that, and the third for not turning in some clips of something going on. I don't know what it was allegedly about, but allegedly he wouldn't turn in clips in regards to some cases, right? Turns out the whole thing was a hoax. The whole thing was a hoax for content. He was never arrested. He was never being held against his will. That's one incident. The second incident is the incident with his wife allegedly filing for divorce. Now, when you listen to what Adam 22 and Lena the Plug said, a scammer, someone who is stalking her, went down to the courthouse, filed paperwork in her name for divorce from Adam, right? She claims she heard this herself on the internet. She had no knowledge of this divorce filing, but they didn't say this for days. So when the news went out, right? When the news went out, Adam 22 and Lena let it linger that there was a divorce and she had no money. Remember, it was, I have no money. Adam controls all the money. I need full custody. It was a whole thing about they were in trouble, their marriage was over. She comes out 2-3 days later. Apparently, they both decided to not let the public know that this wasn't real. They let it bubble in the news for 2-3 days. Then she comes out with a video, right? She comes out with a video saying, "Oh no, it was a stalker went and filed paperwork on my behalf, and I can't do anything about it. The police told me I can't do anything about it." So the stalker allegedly went and filed, which costs money to do. It costs money to file for a divorce. You need your ID, this, that, and the third. But Lena goes and tells us that, nope, wasn't me. I didn't file for divorce. So that's another incident of them letting something fester, clearly for the clicks and the views, the engagement, the whole thing with him being mad at the black guy for the interracial movie that he did. He let him do it with his wife. Then he boxed them. Anything for content, gang. Anything for content. So we can't trust Adam at his word when he says, I talk to Drake. Now, let's just be honest. Why would Drake talk to Adam for any reason? And why would he tell him something as sensitive as this when he knows it's going to go straight to the internet? Adam is going to immediately run to the internet and say, Drake said, which is what he did. Now, so I said all of that to say, Adam 22 being the source is a tough pill to swallow. Let's just be honest, right? But let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing. So Drake says, why would I want to do a song with Lefty Gunplay, right? He says he has the inside connect, the inside track with Drake. And it's with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. And I saw Melanator, speaking of, when I was over there, they treated me well, okay? I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just telling you the facts. All right? So let me keep it pushing. Salute the Poison Ivy in the building. Good Juju, Chapo, O, Drakesky, Diego, right? And we're gonna get to the merch. Let me finish the story. Lefty Gunplay is an artist who still has a lot of work to do when it comes to his sound and ability. However, he is an hungry artist. He is an artist who is hungry to show that he has what it takes to be a star. That said, we can see why Drake wouldn't want to work with him. These sorts of rumors quickly materialized following the beef and the subsequent release of GNX. However, if one thing is for certain, it's that Drake doesn't need Lefty Gunplay or anyone else for that matter. His latest album Iceman, was a massive success, even with mineral features. Guys, I gotta do a little preamble. Hot New Hip Hop is very pro Drake. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. So let me continue. Drake is Drake, and that's never going to change. He will always be one of the biggest crossover artists in the pop rap world, regardless of who chooses to work with him. That's not the point. That's not the point that Drake needs Lefty, right? That's not the point. The point is, and Deadshot is right. Lefty got a Grammy. Drake, I don't know what Drake got, but Lefty got a Grammy. All right. End of the day, I believe that when Lefty was getting hot, who's known for bringing up people when they're hot? Didn't Drake put Kendrick on his tour? You guys keep reminding us of that. You keep reminding us that Drake spotted the talent that was Kendrick from the West Coast and put him on his tour. So who's to say that he wouldn't he wouldn't want to do a record with a hot up-and-coming West Coast artist before the battle? This is before the battle. Gang, I got to keep saying this. It's before the battle. I see y'all busting on Lefty. That's not the point. That's not the point. He dropped mad albums since this happened. He's soaking up in the sun. Right? He's doing his thing. And he says he got a real good relationship with Dot. He said he can call Dot on the phone and Dot will pick up. Right? CLP morning. So take it with a grain of salt, but Adam 22 says Drake disavows all knowledge of one to work with Lefty Gunplay. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know Lefty Gunplay from a hole in the wall, but what does make sense, right? What does make sense is Drake reaching out to an up-and-coming artist, especially on the West Coast, trying to get a foothold, right? And we still don't know what that video shoot in LA, well, not LA, but on the West Coast. We still ain't get. I did a video about this a while ago. They had a leaked footage of Drake being in Cali, right, shooting a video. I personally still believe unless they scrapped it, one of Drake's zealots took a footage, a video of Drake at a video. She was from a distance. It's from a distance. But you see Drake pointing at people. He had a red Lamborghini. Yo, go over there. He's walking, and homeboy, who is a Drake zealot, said, Drake, what are you doing in LA? That video got picked up by Kirko and other blogs. Gang, I kid you not, within the hour of that thing going up, that Drake zealot who posted it deleted it. Kirko deleted it, and every other blog that had that video deleted it. I think it was my guy over there, Rapaholics, who screenshotted that video and did a video on it. We never got confirmation of what that was for, but it wasn't a K-bot who posted it. It wasn't a K-bot. It was a Drake zealot who said, Drake, what are you doing in LA? And he had the footage. I personally believe it is a remix of what's his West Coast record that we just got. He dropped the West Coast record. What's the name of this damn record? Oh, Too Hard for the Radio, right? Too Hard for the Radio. I believe he has a couple of salute to my guy who was up here from Oakland, right? I believe it may have been some Oakland guys in a video remix for Too Hard for the West. That is my thoughts on it. And the video has yet to surface. But about 2 months ago, there was footage of Drake allegedly on the West Coast. Now, he said, what you doing in L.A.? So it couldn't have been L.A. if it's, you know what I'm saying? It's an Oakland-based record if I'm not mistaken. So I believe that video, they scrubbed it from the internet. But I did a video on it. I have it on my channel. If you scroll back, they haven't dropped that yet. So he does work with West Coast artists. So why is it so hard to believe that he wanted to work with Lefty Gunplay. I don't understand why this is such a big, oh my God, right? Drake didn't want Kendrick to know he was there. He's really scared of him. And it's crazy because he probably was already gone by the time the footage came out. I'm just going to be honest. But they scrubbed that shit. And some of them try to say, they don't even look like Drake. No, it looked like Drake. He looked like Drake to me with the straight backs. He had the straight backs. It looked like Drake from a distance. So we don't know. Mac Mine said, I haven't heard one of them F's asked 43 songs to this day. Well, I did. I did. I heard Iceman. I didn't hear Hibbity Bibbity. I heard a couple like snippets off Hibbity Bibbity. I didn't hear Maid of Honor. I heard maybe a song or two. I don't know. But I did hear Iceman. I told my daughter, is this what y'all listening to? We had a cookout. I said, okay, I'll put it on the big speaker. I told you I put it on the big speaker, and the album was dark to me. I was like, this is pretty dark. Homeboy, y'all see he going through some shit. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it a buck. He going through some shit on that album, gang. I'm going to keep it a buck. So I did hear it, right? Salute to Holly Rod Superfly, the bubble bath rapper is spiraling daily, right? Let me see what else. Miss Rock Kitty in the building. He said the lace front. I ain't gonna do that to him. Chapo said the fake backs. That might have to stick, gang. Somebody gonna catch that and stick. That's funny. From outside Cali, people associate Oakland and South Cali all the time, but we really like cousins, not siblings. Okay, I feel you. That's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like. And I thought it was a problem. I don't know what it's going to end up if they really do. Jay, I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. And I don't know all the politics. Maybe it ends up nothing. Maybe it ends up nothing. People just keep it to music and that. It's just going to be, I don't know what's going to happen if they do drop that video remix with Cali artists in it. Right? It's just going to be, it's going to lead to conversation. Okay, let me just leave it at that. It's going to lead to conversation. If Cali artists are in a remix video for Too Hot for the Radio. Back in the day, you could do this. This times have changed, okay? Like, people look at things differently. It is what it is. And it might not lead to nothing crazy, but it might lead to some allegiances getting tested. Salute the Couch Potato, run the Jews. Appreciate you. It might lead to some allegiances getting tested. Because they already got tested. Let's just be honest. They already got tested when the Too Hot for the Radio dropped. Homeboy, the producer of the record, right? I believe he produced the original record for Mac Dre. If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It became a thing. It became a thing. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. My West Coast people could tell you more, but I believe Glasses and some other people had a low-key problem. It kind of bubbled up. Let's just be honest, right? Truth Unfiltered said nothing's gonna happen. Kendrick don't care, but it won't necessarily be Kendrick that cares, right? Kendrick probably won't care one way or the other, but it might be some people it might stretch some allegiances. It might be some people that feel away that you went and did a video. You went and did a video with this guy. Some people might feel away. I'm going to keep it a buck. Samantha in the chat. Appreciate you, Samantha. Might lead to some folks getting pressed. Glasses don't play that. Melanator is correct. It might lead to some folks getting pressed. Samantha in the chat. So, gang, listen. Let me do this one. Before I move to the next story, head on over to my guys, black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Holler at them. Talk to them. Good peoples over there. Also, I got a new merch line. Salute to my guy, Diego, providing me with the dope logo. That's the this, that, and the third. This is the morning show merch line. Lock in with this. Send me a picture of yourself with the new gear. I know it ain't that cold right now for hoodies, but nighttime. We got T-shirts, sweatshirts, women's and men's, babies, children's. We got mugs, socks, all kind of stuff on my site. Down in my links, you'll see it. Lock in. So, gang, Diego said there's a no-fly zone for Aubrey. I'm going to keep it pushing. This one, this for my elder statesmen. We are muscles, and I know that. But some stuff we not up on. Some stuff we not up on. I know some of you going to pretend you know, but most of you don't know what Streamer University is. All right, let's just be honest. Most of you don't know what it is. So we're going to have a crash course in Streamer University. Crash course. And I'm going to try to explain to you why it's a complete full mess. And I'm going to give you some full-on footage of how Lizzo has driven a whole thing with this whole thing. And I know we talked about Lizzo a few weeks ago, and I asked you guys, I said, what's going on with Lizzo? Why does she only sell 3,000 copies of her newest CD? And why is she on Streamer University right now? Well, Streamer University is the biggest thing popping right now, right? Rashad said migraine impending, right? Let's try it. Let's hope not. That guy you see on my screen is the number one. Some people can argue this point, but we're going to say it. Kai Cenat, young, gifted, and black, the number one streamer in the world. Let's keep it a buck. Okay? He invented something called Streamer University. And Lizzo's a part of it. We're going to get to Lizzo. But let's talk about Streamer University. So I'm going to help you guys bond with your grandkids today. I'm going to help you bond with your nieces. I'm going to teach you. We're going to do a crash course on Streamer U. Okay? Nettie said, Natrice said, I show speed, give or take, right? They both do their thing. Right? Let's just be honest. And Kai Cenat stepped away for a minute. But let's talk about it. Either way, Streamer University is a multi-day in-person creator boot camp and simulated college experience hosted by internet personality Kai Cenat, who you see featured on the screen. The inaugural event took place in March 2025 at the University of Akron, and the second iteration ran from July 15th to July 20th at Hendrix College in Conway, Arkansas, featuring celebrity professors like T-Pain and Ludwig and Lizzo, and dozens of simultaneous creator streams. The event drew significant online drama and conflicts. Jason the Tween and Haskell got into a physical scuffle and a heated confrontation broke out between the creators, okay? Soulja Boy publicly threatened beef with Kai Cenat after feeling snubbed from the event roster, briefly announcing a competing project called Rapper University before postponing it. So, gang, you got to understand what's going on, right? Kai Cenat created this thing and everybody wants in. When they don't get in, gang, they physically break down. Some of these guys threaten violence. I believe his guy Rakai hit him in the side of the head with an ice cream cone when he got rejected. Kai Cenat does like Drewski. They sit there and they evaluate people and they say yes or no. Most of the people, Kai already knows who he wants, let's just be honest. But they do pick a few smaller creators. And when you get in, gang, it is very big for your brand. I'm not going to lie to you. It is massive for your brand to go to Streamer University because it's 24/7 of nonsense. Thousands of people that have never heard of you before will now know your name. That's why Soulja Boy is mad. And I don't know if you guys know, I'm a teeny bit tapped in via my Twitter feed because all day I get Fear Black, I believe, posting different things from Streamer University. So I know a little more about Streamer University. And I don't know if you guys know the black kid that plays Miles Morales, right? They call him Spider-Man. What they call him? NP Spider-Man or some shit like that. Help me out, chat. Is it NP Spider-Man? Let me look him up. NP Spider-Man. Is it NP Spider-Man? Something like that? Miles Morales. I don't know what his name is, right? Uh Let me see. I'm gonna find it right now. Somebody gonna tell me. Malik Ambersley, right? They call him MPC Miles Morales, right? MPC Miles. There it is. Deadshot got it. So when MPC, this was kind of like, it was crazy. When he got rejected, physically broke down. Physically broke down. Crying, gang. Said he got to work harder. Physically broke down. Hold on, let me get this. Because he didn't get accepted into Streamer University. Let me get the picture for you guys. It is a big deal because he got in before. Some people called him entitled. I'm going to keep it a buck. Some people called him entitled. But I'm trying to teach you guys how serious this is to these streamers. NPC Bios didn't make the cut. And he physically broke down crying. I don't get paid to be me. I know that Spider-Man shit pays. He's tired of being Spider-Man. So he stands there and he moves like this and he pretends to be a video game version of Miles Morales. And he's done very well for himself because it's so weird. People can't stop watching it. He's a big deal, but even he didn't get into Streamer University this year. Okay? And you are right, Renee. These streamers are weird, right? I'm just giving my elder people a crash course. Streamer University is a big deal. Okay? So, I kind of almost felt bad for Miles, right? Until I learned that he already did it and he's kind of being like a baby about it. But he was really upset. He was like, I'm trying to be me and I can't get out of this Miles Morales mentality, persona. You guys won't accept me out of it. So it was kind of sad. I'm going to be honest. But at the end of the day, it's a massive thing. Let me finish reading it. They had roommate tensions between BA and Mr. King, right? Drake sends OVO stuff there every year for both years in a row. It's a lot going on. Kai Cenat's getting sued for $30,000, right? An attendee alleged that they suffered heat stroke and an unauthorized image. It's just a lot going on. It's a massive deal. And Kai Cenat has a lot going on with it. People that shot said, dude literally calls himself an NPC. Right? Non-playable character. Right? If I'm not mistaken. Let me know if that's right. Okay? So end of the day, right? Let me know if that's the right terminology. I think I'm close. So enter Lizzo. Enter Lizzo, who, let's just be honest, her star is declining. She's doing whatever she can do to stay relevant. I'm just going to keep it a buck. And Lizzo, at this point, is becoming a lot to deal with, and people aren't really necessarily jocking Lizzo at the moment because some people feel like she's doing a lot. So my guy, Hello Yassine, did a video breaking down, and I say all that to say this. Hello Yassine, I believe, Hello Yassine did a video breaking down what happened with Lizzo at this year's Streamer University. I told you it's a big deal. Kai Cenat got a lot on his hands. A lot of people want to be there. Thousands of people, millions of people are watching. And once it goes live, it's on and popping. You can't just pop up there. uninvited, Kai not letting you in. Now Lizzo did more than pop up. She was invited, but she brought people with her. She tried to get in Saucy Santana and a whole lot of other things going on, right? So this is why Lizzo's album is having issues, because the antics, I want to say. Let me bring in Lizzo's thing, and we're gonna have this conversation. I believe homie is named Hello Your Son. And you guys probably know this guy from YouTube. He does videos on these streamers all the time. So I want to play. It's a few minutes. The video's a few minutes. But to get a good understanding of what's going on with Lizzo, it's going to take a little bit of time. All right, let me close some of this stuff so we can get this popping. But we're doing a crash course today. We're doing a crash course. The sun is pro-black is not feeling it at all, right? But we're going to do a crash course today. We're going to do a crash course. Let me get this video on and popping. Like I said, it's a few minutes, but it's going to teach you everything you need to know about why Lizzo is kind of, they're not feeling Lizzo in this community right now. Let me push this up, make this a little bit bigger. All right. And voila. Let's go.
What's poppin', y'all? Lizzo really does not know how to act, and it seems like things haven't changed since 2019 and 2020 when she was...
I guess we don't get no Lizzo today. I guess not. I say all that to say this. Lizzo, pretty much, I don't think we're going to get to finish that video. I don't think we get no Lizzo today. But pretty much she snuck in Saucy Santana. He got kicked out. Kai Cenat was highly offended. It was a whole mess. And the people, once again online, had an issue with her. I didn't know that Lizzo went independent. So this is why she's kind of trying to do these things to keep things moving for her, which is low-key, whatever. It's a lot of people that got refused from the stream when Lizzo don't really stream like that. She hasn't even streamed in a year, right? It's a whole thing. She tried to bring in 2 different people. They got them kicked out. She went crazy for the OVO stuff. It's just a lot going on. And people are having an issue with what Lizzo's bringing to the table. So, end of the day, we're not going to see the rest of that video, but Streamer University I think it ended yesterday. They gave out the awards, right? And people are kind of getting a little agitated with what Lizzo brought to the table for this event. And I mean, like I said, when we talked about her a few weeks ago, I didn't know that she went so down to a degree, but apparently that's because she went independent, which I didn't know. I didn't know she went independent and has no label support at this point, which is what happens when you go independent and you have no label support. So now she's allegedly finding out that you don't just maintain a stardom because you have a heavy Twitter or YouTube following, just like Boozy Badass had to learn, hey, I got 1 million people following me, but that don't mean they're going to buy my music. So she's learning the same way that a lot of people learned that those followers online don't equate to record sales. We've seen a lot of people with tons of followers. Will Smith has millions of followers. And he go double, triple wood with his music. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's no joke when these guys try to push their music independently. So I think what's happening with Lizzo, she may still have a team per se, but it's not a team like a label, right? A lot of people say, "Oh, I don't need the labels, this, that, and the third." But when you got a team that is financially stable like labels are, and they can throw money around and they can get in a lot of rooms that you necessarily can't, that's going to be a big deal, right? That's going to be much more push you're going to get in. People want to say the radio's dead, but they still, you still can get a lot more done if you can get them radios in all these different cities. It's a lot of rooms you can get your music in with people that's going to help you. A lot of DJs going to do more when a label's calling them than as opposed to not calling them, no one calling them, and you just posting your music on your Instagram. Like I said, she only sold 3,000 units. She only sold 3,000 units, gang. So it's not the same when you are doing it yourself. And I think that's what Lizzo's doing right now. She's kind of treading water, trying to stay relevant. And we couldn't figure out what was going on when those numbers were first announced. That Lizzo only moved 3,000 units, something to that degree, right? I think Joey Badass did more than 3,000. Joey Badass did like 6. Guys, like let's start there. Joey Badass, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Joey Badass did like 6,000 first week. And people were clowning Joey Badass. This is Lizzo. You know how far your love for whatever the people felt for you had to fall? Like, that's unprecedented, gang. That's unprecedented. So you have to have lost almost all of your goodwill to you lost your middle-aged white women. You lost your college kids that were rocking with you. You lost your black girls. Like, you lost every genre. And I'm gonna be honest. Remember when Lizzo used to do all this crazy stuff, and you were wondering how she was allowed to get away with it? Well, well, when you're popping, you can do stuff like that, twerking at the basketball game and all. You can do that. You can do that stuff. But once you're not selling them records, they're not tolerating a lot of stuff. And Lizzo's finding out the hard way. And I'm gonna be honest. I think y'all just said in the chat Lizzo's like 38, which I did not know. I'm gonna find that out. Because to me, I'm gonna be honest. Like, let's be honest. Me going on for any reason, going on Streamer University would be ridiculous. It would be ridiculous, right? It would be ridiculous. So it's like it's for younger people. It is what it is. Like Will Smith going in there sitting there for 4 days would be ridiculous. Like, it's for younger people. Let's just call it is. And I know Adrian Broner was on there with Dean. No matter how big you are, you want to go to this thing. But it's still for younger people. Let me see how old Lizzo is. Because at this point, you're grasping at straws. You're trying to stay young. How old is Lizzo? Yeah, Lizzo pushing 40, gang. She's 38. There's nothing wrong with being 38. Nothing wrong with being 38. But like I said, most of the people in my chat don't even know what Streaming You is. And I have no problem with that. I respect that because I don't know what it is. I learned just like everybody else. Okay? So me personally, if I'm my age or if I'm 38, heading to Streamer You, I'm trying to stay relevant. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. And I'm bringing Saucy Santana, this, that, and the third. Right now, streaming is the new, that's the new everything. Whatever you used to do to get famous, the whole thing is to get more clout. And the Sun is Pro-Black said T-Pain was there too. Yes, he was there. But I think T-Pain was there as a professor, quote unquote. Which, let's just be honest, he there for the same reasons everybody else is there. Right? Especially if they're going to pay you. If they gonna pay you, then shit. If they paying, I'm staying, I guess. But to me, I'm looking at it like this. All money ain't good money. And they said that Hello Your Son said that Lizzo averaged, I think he said she averaged 1,700 people on her stream during the thing, which sounds amazing. Now, this is Lizzo, worldwide, world famous international superstar. He says she averaged 1,700 viewers. That wasn't even in the top 30. So she wasn't even in the top 30 of streamers there. And she's internationally known. So imagine what their views were like. Because you're giving people an inside view to the streamer university. So people are going to, if I go there and I'm at streaming you, my thing going to be lit. 3,000-4,000 people watching. But you got to antics this time. You got to do antics, right? Tom said T-Pain was already big in the streaming community world. That it is what it is. That's what streamer used for. People that's doing their thing in the community. If you're already a streamer. Now, I told you, Lizzo ain't streamed since last year. And she did a total of 15 hours last year. Right? So, I don't know how big she is in the streaming community to go to a streamer universe. He's going to keep it a buck. End of the day. So, pretty much, we're seeing people grasping at straws, fighting to stay relevant, which is whatever. It's whatever. I'm not knocking nobody. Do what you got to do to stay relevant. But to me, I don't know if that is the right move for her. Right? CNI, member for 17 months. I appreciate you, CNI, with the membership. Lady Ashton said people need to stop trying to ride the streamer wave unless they're doing the streaming and something worth watching, because a lot of these streamers are horrible and stay in mess. That's true. What you have to do to stay viable in that thing. Look at Black Boy Max. He got a whole thing going on. I got some videos coming later today. I got a Black Boy Max video I'm working on. I'm working on a 38 Special video, a Jada Kids video. So it's just, you got to do, you got to kind of stoop low. And young people, sure, they can stoop low. They can do all kind of nonsense, throw each other in pools and this, that, and the third on stream, do all kind of nonsense, get into fights. I think once you reach a certain age, you're forcing, all of them forcing it. But when you reach a certain age, you're 38, right? At that point, you're forcing pretty much everything you're doing. And I saw T-Pain on there. T-Pain wasn't forcing anything. He's just sitting there doing his job. He wasn't doing antics, bringing in random people and bringing Saucy Santana, knowing he's going to get kicked out. He wasn't doing that stuff. He was there in a business capacity, which is different. Different, right? So it is what it is. And Chapo, I'm not even going to pause you for that one. Miss Hummers might pause you. He said they on Mac's head too. Miss Hummers will pause you. I'm not going to pause you. Miss Hummers will pause you. I'm not going to pause you. All right? Anime said 38 Special upset me. What happened to healthy competition? I got a video coming about 38 Special. I'm ready to talk about 38 Special. Respectfully. I got a video coming. Right? Miss Tiny said, my patience is long gone at my age, so I can't deal with YNs, period. Yeah, it takes a different kind of energy. We saw the chat lighting up saying migraine incoming, right? So to be 38 dealing with 20-year-olds, it's kind of, you kind of really got to want to be there. You got to really want to be there, gang. I'm going to keep it a buck. So listen, head on over to black-yeti.com. Appreciate you guys locking in for the This, That, and the Third morning show. Once again, right? Lights up, mics up. I appreciate you guys locking in. All right. It was another fun one for me. We glitched for like a minute. We glitched. The audio got weird. It happens. It's live, right? But I'm gonna get to. I got some videos coming up today. I got a Patreon account. Head over to Patreon. You can join for free. I'm ramping up the Patreon gang. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, since it's me and you. I had started this video about. I was gonna talk about J. Cole's new feature. I was about to put that on my members last night. The feature he did with Homeboy from his hometown. But I was like, you know what? I don't even want to talk about it. But if you guys want to go look at that feature and see if you like the J. Cole, I think it's a little too trappish for me. I think J. Cole's out of his depth on that one. I really wasn't feeling it, but you guys can go check it out and see what it is. But he did all the beats for his new artist, PFG. Go listen to it, check it out, and show some love to a up-and-coming artist, all right? End of the day, man, listen. The new merch is up. Make sure you lock in my links. I also got the affiliate links. If you use Temu, use my Temu link to do it. All right. What else I got to say? Pretty much, we got the new deluxe coming for the What project, BTG and Fliz. 3 new songs on there. All right. So that's going to drop any day. Well, that's going to drop probably in about 2 weeks. We got the video we just shot for Cruel Summer. That video is going to be a smacker, directed by myself, right? So, gang, it's a lot going on. And pray for MPC Miles because he didn't get in the streamer you, but he gonna be okay. He said he gonna work 3 times as hard because you guys aren't jacking him and you let him down. All right. I hope I enlightened you old heads about Streamer University. Now you can have a healthy conversation with your nieces and nephews. You are plugged in officially. Thanks to the This, That, and the Third Morning Show. Gang, I am out of here. I'm gonna catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
I need the whole left side. Every seat by the window. I need the whole back of the bus. Everybody, move over. You too. Slide your feet over. Everything by this window. I need this. All these seats. Move over. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you. Look. He deserve an EGOT, he hot, colored like a peacock. Idiot, slapper, scrapper, mad rapper, D-dot. Bad dopper, clapper, bad dropper. 3 shots, lethal weapon, lethal injections through off your T-top. JFK smiling down through the treetops. Like hold your head, my nigga, wait for the beat drop. Old niggas wagging fingers like it's bebop. Cowboys and girls whistling world like it's teapots. My pen to make your arm heavy G-shot. While your mom trolling steady on the G-pop.